bugs. Another outpost full of rebels. Time to find whoever's in charge and take them out. Cold. You've had worse. Spotted.
How'd you get here? Alarm! Get over there! Deploy! Ugh! Okay, you see anything? Split up.
Just tell me where
Give her another
together!
Blades up the ready!
I'll get her from range! Hit her again!
I can keep going.
Her movement's so good! You okay? I've come for you! I'll cut you again!
Stop her!
I'll cut her down!
Or I lose her!
rebels won't be bothering anyone else. Whew. The snow brought the chill. Key. I should check if there's anything with a lock around here. A locked chest. Good thing I found a key. No more tags. I'll have to drop them off at the Grove when I get a chance. This'll break my fall.
that the red scum clogging up the rivers has cleared in much of the Lowland clan's territory. But for some reason, the water around their capital, Thornmarsh, remains polluted. Perhaps this is something you could help with.
Yeah, maybe. I'll look into it when I can.
When I'm not here, I spend my time in the hunting grounds. You should try it. Never thought I'd be grateful to an outlander.
Keep your blade right. Honor and strength. The Tenakth? Did the enemy give you any trouble out there?
Walk with strength.
Oh, Javert. Escaping this rain. Rebels. I heard they were in the area. Best way to get rid of them is to take out their leader.
Aloy, it's Cotallo. I've heard a strange report about a missing soldier from Tide's Reach, a lowland village on the western coast. With the marshals spread thin, there's no one to investigate. Would you consider it?
I'll try to stop by when I'm out that way.
honor guide you.
Honor and strength.
Are you sure a spear's your weapon?
Hikaru's champion.
She dresses for
Let every blade with honor.
We held off for Gala.
But you should know the truth of the
Stop
vision.
with
Medals are given to the best of our
Blood,
hunters.
earn
So
some
is our
medals.
best gear.
That's what we're here for.
That one's changed too. Your blade is to be respected, Outlander.
It's like the Ten have spoken to us anew.
Show me your medals, champion. And I'll
You
show
looking
you
for
the
a
best
challenge?
gear in the Clanlands.
Outlander. The craft of the Tanakh awaits you here.
The visions will guide us.
I thought I'd have something.
One mark who thinks he's good enough to challenge the authority.
Final battle with Regala approaches. Under Hikaru's
Going
reign.
to try. And I hope I know.
You showing off.
Yeah.
The visions of the Ten are renewed.
Fight well and return.
An Outlander ship.
Another time.
Hikaru's leadership. Judy is a gift, not a burden.
What can I do for you? Earn more medals and the rewards will be great.
This game's dumb, I think, sometimes. I like it, but, you know, I think, for example... Oh, I didn't know you could get coil. Hold on, wait, but, so basically, you could be at this... I don't want to even look at these anymore. It's like, I could take the next 20 minutes to 40 minutes just trying to work out, if I'm all OCD about it, you know, which one is important, you know, because, you know, maybe you're going to be working out by, or you're going to fight a Thunderjaw, or a Slaughter Spine or something, and you have to figure out, okay, so one of those fires plasma, but those other bad guys fire frost. Okay, so that Nowhere Thunder Warrior doesn't do good against frost, so that means I wouldn't be very good against snap moths or anything that throws frost at me. However, it does have the deep concentration thing, so, you know, that's good. You know, that's a toughie. Which one will I pick? Does that have deep concentration? No, but it does have good protection against frost. I'm just saying this, like, I'm just making an example. I'm not actually caring that much about frost at this moment. I'm saying, as an example, let's say frost was the one I wanted to defend myself against. Well, then that wouldn't be very good. However, it does have the concentration and the concentration regen, but maybe that's something I want. So it's a bit all over the place when it comes to these armor selections. You have to look at the down the left, you know, what it's resistant against, and then you have to also factor in the skills. You have to look. The weaves I don't think are too important because you can change those anyway. Then there's the fact that you have to spend a million years grinding to upgrade them. Then there's the fact that you have to go into the arena. So even if I put it on story mode right now, that would still be very time consuming. I mean, if I kept it on hard mode, it would be ridiculously time consuming. I'm taking so long at this game. It's like, I want to hurry up, but I keep stopping to do things like this. And I think that maybe this game, more than some other games, isn't that good at doing that. I don't know. I'm thinking of Skyrim or something. I mean, that had an awful lot of options, I remember. But maybe they were more options that made more sense. I don't know. I mean, in this, it's like, I don't know. I don't care. I do care, but I mean, it's going to take a while to figure out the logistics about this. Do I really want to sit down and figure it all out? Okay, so that bad guy can't kill me with frost as much. You know, do I really want to sit there and try to figure that all out? Only then go into the arena, get the medals, and come out of the arena, and then change my mind again and think, actually, I think I want a bow now instead. It's like, oh, geez, there's too much grinding. Especially when you have to factor in, really, I said that a minute ago, but you have to factor in that once you do buy this, you'll then have to go on a massive hunt, even if you put it in story mode, around looking for apex creatures. Sometimes I'm looking for a slaughter spine for my bow thing, for my, for my forge fall. And you know what? I've read on the internet, people have spent weeks looking for a slaughter spine. I mean, I find that a bit stupid, but people have spent weeks looking for an apex slaughter spine. People had to do all these techniques and restart the computer and reload. Obviously, you look for them at night, but people could not find them. It's either a bug in the game or something, but I don't know. But oh my God, they make it so that when you grind, you have to find an apex. Apexes don't always appear. Then you have to get certain materials off the creatures. Sometimes the creatures don't always drop the materials. it puts you off trying to play it at a higher difficulty. Yesterday with the Thunder Tusk, it was like, it put me off. It's like, I don't want to try this on Apex because if I die, I won't be able to go back. There's a risk that I won't be able to find another Apex. So I didn't even get to fulfill the challenge, I don't think, of trying to fight an Apex Thunder Tusk or whatever the hell they're called. That was frustrating too. But, I mean, I have defeated one, which is, Apexes aren't that much tougher, they're a wee bit tougher. So, I mean, I have defeated an Apex thingy, whatever you call it again, so I don't feel too bad that I missed that opportunity. However, it's still annoying that I wanted to do that challenge. I wanted to fight an Apex, because I hadn't fought one of those before, an Apex Thunder Tusk or something. And I was like, no, I'm not even going to risk it, because if I die here, it's going to reload, and it might not be an Apex. And that was just worrying. So that's annoying. This game has so many problems. It's got so many bugs. I mean, I don't know if this is a bug, but I don't know if this is a bug. Where is it? Hurry up. I don't know if this is a bug, but it just keeps, it won't tell me when anything's new anymore, and it's always got that, it's always got that symbol there, as if something's new. And it's been doing that since I got the game. There's been updates that I thought fixed it, but then it came back. Now this is different. That's a different symbol. That might be just because I've set jobs for that. I don't know. It's all messed up. They've updated this game a million times. I honestly didn't expect this game to have bugs in it. I didn't play Horizon Zero Dawn until 4 years later, so maybe Horizon had bugs at the start too. I just assumed this wouldn't have bugs. You know, it's a Sony exclusive type of thing, I would have thought. I don't know, sometimes I think I would only give this game a 7 now, because of the bugs and things like that, and some of the ways you can't hold a lot of weapons in the wheel and stuff. Sometimes I think I would give the game about 9.3 or something, but there's things like the fact that the side quest stories aren't that interesting. They're very convoluted. You just keep pressing. I'm very OCD, so if I do miss a line, I get annoyed. However, listening to the line makes me want to punch myself because it's so bloody boring at times, listening to the dialogue. They've also made an error now where it used to be able you could skip through the dialogue. In some dialogue options, it won't let you skip through specific sentences. You have to skip the whole thing. And that's frustrating when you want to just read it fast, when you want to get through dialogue very fast. There's tons of bugs in it, tons of things in this game. I can't tell if they're accidents or on purpose, if they're intentional or not. Why would they take away the ability to skip through the dialogue at a fast pace? Now, some dialogue options, it only gives you the ability to skip through the whole thing. And even though I don't like some of the side quests, I think the dialogue is mind-numbingly boring. I still have an OCD to listen to every single part of it, which makes it painful for me because, like, I'm listening to something I don't even find interesting, and I feel like I have to listen to it. So in that sense, I'd bring the score of this game down because, yeah, some of the side quests are boring as fuck, and I stupidly have to fucking listen to them. But at least that was okay when I could skip faster through the conversations. I could just read it really quickly up to subtitles. But now in some conversations it won't let me do this. There's also a new bug now, which I've discovered since the latest update, where I can put this anywhere, right? But I can't put it anywhere near me. Not beside me. It used to be I could put it anywhere. And I'm thinking that can't be intentional, right? Why would they put that there on purpose? I don't know, maybe they might, but it seems weird, so I'm thinking it must be an unintentional bug. Just like last week, they got rid of the legendary, they nerfed the legendary weapons, which apparently was an accident. And it's like, how the fuck did they manage to nerf the legendary weapons? I do not know how their coding worked, but geez, you think that would be like a separate thing. I don't know how the hell they managed to, maybe they were trying to tweak them or something and they pressed the complete wrong button. I don't know what they did, but this is annoying too. The fact that I can't put this any closer to me anymore. I used to use that to get the lay of the land. You know, if I wanted to know exactly where that rock was, I'd be like, okay, I'll click there. And I found that very relaxing, or satisfying, sorry, not relaxing. I found that very satisfying, being able to know exactly where something is. I think they could have included the thing from Zelda, since this game is a bit like Zelda from Breath of the Wild, where you just look into the distance and then you can set your marker point. You can even do that in Far Cry 6. I like that ability in games too. where you just look into the distance and set your marker point. It helps you get the lay of the land when in maps these size, where you kind of need to know where. You don't need to know, but if you take it seriously like me, you kind of want to know where things are. So anyway, I could speak about a million bugs in this game. There's a million things that's wrong with it. I still like it though. I mean, I think the overall story is good enough, and you know, I do like exploring the land. You know, it's fun. And the combat is fun, though the combat is painful compared to Horizon Zero Dawn. That's one of the worst things about the game, actually, is you're stuck to the ground like glue. Every time you get hit with an element or even melee, you're just stuck to the ground, and it's such an unsatisfying feeling. People on Reddit said, don't complain. They weren't talking to me, they were talking to other people that complained. Like, don't complain, sure, that it makes it more realistic. However, you know, it's good to be realistic, but when combat becomes like actually painful, like you want combat to be satisfying. I like challenges in games, right? But I like challenges that are satisfying. I like fluid mechanics. I like being able to swing your sword and it makes a cool noise and it makes a cool visual effect. I like satisfying feelings, you know? When games try to make things hard, but like in a kind of, you know, score your nails down a blackboard kind of sound, you know, and unsatisfying. And when games make things unsatisfying, like they just make them painful. There's satisfying feelings and there's unsatisfying feelings. You know, pulling your nails down a fucking blackboard is an unsatisfying feeling. Most people don't like that, I think. But like looking at like I've got loads of videos on YouTube of satisfying videos, just like things that are satisfying, like somebody cutting through polystyrene with a hot knife or something. You know, some things are satisfying and some things are not that satisfying. And you know, when games developers try to make things harder or more challenging, but they make them unsatisfying, like they make it actually like painful, I don't like that. So when people say, oh, it's more realistic, it's like, but it doesn't have to be realistic. It's a fucking computer game. None of this is realistic, to be honest. Well, I mean, I'm not saying you can't have robots. I'm just saying some of this is far-fetched. Like, you know, she can jump off a rock for miles. She can jump off massive distances. That's not realistic. So anyone that complains and says, oh, it's not realistic. You know, Horizon Zero Dawn was fine with the combat. You could dodge out of the way. You didn't get stuck when they shot you with something. And yet, it was still just as challenging. I thought Horizon Zero... In fact, sometimes I think this game's easier than Horizon Zero Dawn. Though by the time I got to the end of Horizon Zero Dawn, I was pretty super powerful in it. Like, even on very hard, it was just like I could kill him in one shot or something. But, yes, you know what I'm saying? It's just... This is... God, I don't know what I'm saying now either. Just, satisfying versus unsatisfying. You know, you can still make something a challenge, but make it a satisfying challenge. Or you can make it mind-numbingly boring and squeakily painful, like scraping down a blackboard. You know, she does spend half the time stuck to the ground. You have to really learn to dodge in this game more than the first one. And I'm okay at combat, you know, I get past most of it on the hard mode. But still, when you get stuck to the ground, it's just so irritating. So that's my biggest complaint, maybe that whole stuck to the ground thing in combat. And then other than that, I like the exploration. Performance mode doesn't look as good as resolution mode, but at the same time it looks better because it's 60 frames, so it's hard making a choice sometimes. There's loads of little things, gripes I have about this game, but there's also something great about it. It's a nice map. I like the map. It's nice and big, and it's varied enough, I think. It's got enough variation, so it's not like a big map that looks exactly the same. Now, if I want to have a life, big maps are kind of getting in my way a bit, but still, it's a nice map. After this game, I have to make a vow, I think, to stop playing games of this size because it's wasting my life. But yeah, it's a nice map. I like it. So there's lots of things I do like about this game. I would have given it maybe a 9.3 or something. I don't know. I haven't even finished it yet. But because of the stupid things that I just mentioned, you know, I'd probably bring it down to a 7 or something. I don't know. Right, anyway, I'll upload this.